What's up, guys? This is El Aficionado. I'm here today. We're going over the USA versus England pregame. The best predictions you're going to find on the internet today. Hope you enjoy.
So what? Take England behind Giroud. Competition in the world. No team has won it more than Arsenal.
So we got a big game today. The U.S. men's national team is taking on England at Wembley Stadium at 3 o'clock. It's a Wayne Rooney send-off game. He's coming back for his, I think it's 120th and final cap. Obviously the all-time leading scorer for a really historically good team. Playing a very, very young U.S. men's national team seeking to bounce back from the disappointment of last year. So it's going to be a really good game. I'm really excited for it. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to try to give you some player ratings, what to watch for, and my predicted score to end it all up. And I hope you come back after the game because I'm going to be doing a player rating show right here. Yep, I'd like to apologize for being gone for the last couple of weeks. My School of Law education has kept me running every which way, but now I'm back and I'm happy to be here. So I'm going to jump right in here. First thing I'd like to go through is my predicted starting lineup for the U.S. men's national team. Obviously, as a huge U.S. men's national team fan, this is a big game. This is a meaningful game, I think. I think this is something we need to take seriously. And I think this is a game that we could compete, but probably not win, if that makes sense. So running through my starting lineup, I'm going to go with Brad Guzan in goal. Zach Steffen is withdrawn from the squad due to injury, and so we have a couple of keepers with 0 caps behind Guzan. So I think Guzan will get the start, despite his team still being in the MLS playoffs and that being a little bit of conflict of interest. But I think Guzan will still get the start. Moving out to right back, we have DeAndre Yedlin. I think he's a lock for that spot. I don't think anyone has ever taken DeAndre Yedlin's spot as long as he plays here. Moving into the center, we have Miazga and Brooks. I think that this pair will get the start over Carter Vickers and Aaron Long because this is a really tricky test that they're going to be facing. They're going to be facing one of the best combinations in world soccer in Sterling's pace and Kane's precision and accuracy. So this is a big test. This is a good chance for them to glue together and handle two strikers that really like to play off the shoulder, get in behind in the case of Sterling, and it's going to require good communication, and a good effort, and good concentration. That's the main thing I want to see most, especially from Matt Miazga. Concentration for a full 90 minutes. So I think Miazga and Brooks will be our center back pair. Moving out to left back, we're going to have Jorge Villafana moving back into the squad after the disappointments of last year. Villafana, I think towards the end of that failed World Cup run, or failed attempt to get into the World Cup, I feel like he really dropped off and his performances started to slip, and I want to see more from him. I want to see him at his best for the Timbers out here for the U.S. men's national team. When he gets down the flank, when he swings in good balls, I just want to see a little bit more from Villafana than we were seeing last year. But this is his chance to break back in. It's a big moment, a big stage, and I think he will be up for it. Moving into my CDMs. Oh, by the way, we will be running a 4-2-3-1. You heard it here first. Moving into the CDMs, I'm going to have Will Trapp and Kellen Acosta playing next to each other. I would like to see Tyler Adams playing for Will Trapp's spot, but Dave Sarachan has shown a lot of trust in Will Trapp, and I think that he will get a slight nod over Tyler Adams. Once again, I feel like that MLS playoff consideration will come into play, as both Will Trapp and Kellen Acosta are done and no longer competing, but Tyler Adams is. I feel like that will have a little bit of sway in this decision, but I do think Will Trapp will get Dave Sarachan's trust for this game. Look for them both to sit really deep. Despite the fact that I don't think England will be playing a super aggressive lineup, they will have players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek coming through the center and Jadon Sancho cutting in. Both very gifted, very young players. And those are things we'll have to watch for. I would look for Kellen Acosta to occasionally spring into attack and switch, maybe even change our formation a little bit. But Trapp, I think he will sit right in front of the line and he will do what he does. You know exactly what you're getting with Will Trapp, and that's that. Moving out to the right wing, I'm going to have Tim Weah on the right wing. Why does he move sides? Well, you'll hear about that in a second. But Tim Weah on the right, look for him to beat players to the line, swing crosses in. He will be a vital part. Him and Pulisic on the left. I'm giving away my picks a little bit early. But I think Weah will be on the right and Pulisic will be on the left. I think they will be vital in forcing England's wingbacks back. England plays a 3-5-2 with their wingbacks pressing so high, sometimes it looks like they're playing 4 high. So Weah and Pulisic will be important offensively, forcing those wingbacks and keeping them honest. I would expect Trent Alexander-Arnold and Ben Chilwell to be the two there. Kieran Trippier withdrew from the squad due to injury, and they're kind of looking for a new left back at the moment. Ben Chilwell looks like a fantastic candidate coming out of Leicester City. but I expect both of them to want to get very high, play very attacking, swing balls in, maybe even take players on. They're both young, they're both speedy, they're both talented with their right and left foot, respectively. And so Way and Pulisic will be very vital, turning offense into defense, kind of, by forcing them back. So look for Way to get to the byline, swing a lot of balls in, and play aggressively. At my CAM, I'm going to have Weston McKennie. I think McKennie will come back after a little bit of an injury spell. I think he'll have a good game. He's been looking good for Schalke this season, the times he's been on the field. And I think that him and Sargent and Pulisic and Weah will be very exciting to watch in the attack. There you go. I just gave away the rest of my starting lineup. Pulisic out on the left wing. Look for him to cut in and shoot. Look for him to be the guy. Look for us to play through him, as we should. He is our star. He's back for the first time in about 6 months. I'm very, very excited to watch him play, especially with this young core around him. This will be the first time all of the young players really got in the same team at the same time, and I couldn't be happier to watch it. Pulisic versus Jordan Sancho on the wing of Dortmund starlets, young Dortmund starlets. That'll be something to watch. That'll be very entertaining, and if you're a real young player and you want to learn how to play the game of soccer, you can just watch those two play. They're both very cerebral players. They're both very talented. They do things so crisply and so well. So look for that matchup out on the wing. That's going to be very, very exciting. Josh Sargent, I expect to get the start at the number 9. Why? Because I think his last game earned him the start. I think that Dave Serkan will finally show him trust over Bobby Wood, which will be a big step moving forward, as it might indicate Josh Sargent becoming the main man. Granted, this is still Dave Serkan, the interim coach's decision, and not our head coach, because at the U.S. men's national team, we still need to get a head coach, but that's a different matter. So I expect Josh Sargent to be lively, but I expect our attack to be lively, but I wouldn't expect bags of goals out of them. Just a little bit of miscellaneous team news. Zach Steffen and Anthony Robinson have both withdrawn due to injury. Obviously, Christian Pulisic is returning. I'm ecstatic about that. And a couple of good matchups all over the field. This is going to be a good game, I think. Wayne Rooney, obviously, will be coming on as a late sub. He got the number 10. I expect Wembley to go crazy when he comes on, and I expect England to be playing out of their mind, too. They really want him to get a goal. They'll be pushing for it. I mean, obviously, I like Rooney, but I don't want him to score in the U.S. men's national team. Sorry, buddy. So I would expect that. Final score predictions, I'm going 2-0 England. I think Sterling's going to get one early, and I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek will score one mid-game. Wayne Rooney's going to obviously be a super sub that sets the place crazy, and it's going to be an electric atmosphere and a good learning experience for our young team, but I do expect him to walk away with a loss against one of the world's premier teams. Thank you for tuning in today. This has been my pre-game predictions video. Please come back after the game for the post-game player ratings and thoughts on the game video. Enjoy watching it, and you have a great day.